guys, I'm back again. You guys thought I was gonna be gone forever, so that you guys are here today. As the title calls it, this video is called the worst day ever. I don't want this, the disclaimer is, I don't want this to come off like I'm petty or I'm like rude. I'm really not. I have my top 3 worst ever dates I've ever been on. We're gonna call him Reynold. Reynold was a pretty cool guy. So I met him over Tinder, and I hadn't talked to him for a long time. I would only talk to him for like a day and a half before I met him for that long, but I wanted to go out that weekend for some reason. So he was a little sexy. He looked very cute in the face, and I was like, okay, I like this. I love an attractive face. So, and he gets out of the car to open the door for me, and the sight that I saw. So I was thinking this guy was a 6 foot 5'10", like this guy was just as tall as me. I was like, I'm 5'3", so if a guy is as tall as me, that's saying something. And no offense to like short guys, but my preference is I don't like guys that are my height. Like that's a no-no. You cannot be the same height as me. We're gonna be like some midget couple. Like, nah. I usually prefer a dude slightly taller than me. You don't even need to be like a giant. You just need to be taller than me, like considerably. But if you're my height, like that's weird. That's goofy. So, and it kind of makes sense that he was short because like he only had selfies. He never had a full body pic. So I think that was the reason why. This is what I'm saying. You guys need to talk to the people like for a while before you meet, because you need to know everything. So I was upset because I was like, crap. But I was like, okay, looks are not everything. Like, let me just give him a chance. So we went to a arcade, and there were a lot of games, and I wasn't really used to that. But I liked the idea of going to an arcade because dinner and Netflix and chill, you don't really get to see somebody stuff. There are things that you can see when people are actively doing something that show small things about their capabilities. Like, for example, if they're playing games and they're very aggressive about it and they really want to win, you can tell that even though it's as petty as like it's just a game, the fact that they're taking it seriously and they really want to win kind of shows their personality, like through things in life. Like they really want to be their best in life. So it's like he just kept doing to annoy me in the date. Oh, what do you want to do? What do you want to play? And I'd be like, oh, I want to play, I want to do the basketball. He'd be like, no, we can't do that. We have to do something else. I was like, okay. So then he asked me again, like, what I wanted to eat. And I was like, oh, I'd like some McDonald's. He's like, no, that's expensive. I think we should get Popeyes. And I'd be like, first of all, why is McDonald's expensive? A lot of you would have said, why did you just dip? I didn't dip because I was still hungry. So I could potentially dip at this point. And thank God the date was over after we ate, but this guy loses his keys. How am I supposed to get home? I don't know if I'm still wrong for this, but he lost his keys in the arcade, and he was a grown-ass man. He was older than me, so I don't understand why he would just lose his key to his car. But I know I was not feeling him. I helped him look a little bit, but I just got tired and I just left. I just called my Uber and I did. Second dude is weed guy. Weed guy. So I am not a marijuana person. I do not smoke. I just don't smoke. Weed guy, I'm calling him weed guy. He doesn't even need to be. So I had not talked to him for a while. He's another person I met on Tinder. I had not talked to him for a while because I don't know. And I remember I was very sick. So this was a red flag. I was very sick and he wanted to meet me so bad. And I was like, I'm sick though. Like, maybe you can meet me another time. He was like, no, I want to meet now. Like, I really want to meet. He was like, I can take care of you. I can buy you Chipotle. And I was like, he can buy me Chipotle. Bet he coming over. And at first I was like, okay, he's pretty cool. Like, and we went to my room and I noticed the smell. The smell persisted for a while. Just shows you how much I know about this stuff. Not much. The smell persisted. The smell kept persisting. And I started to get uncomfortable. I was like, this dude, it wasn't even just like, oh, you smell like their shirt and then it's like that. Like, it was his whole demeanor was reeking of marijuana. So then he sat in my bed. I was like, pillows, my bed sheets, they began to stink like marijuana. So he wanted to start kissing me, and remember I was sick, so I was like, ew, like, I'm just tired of this. I'm tired, and I didn't want to. And he was like, you're making me feel bad. I was like, you're making me nauseous. So I had to get this dude out of my room ASAP Rocky. Okay, well, what can I do? Oh, my roommate had not been there. Oh, this was at college, by the way. And my roommate had not been there that weekend, and I was like, oh, perfect. I can say that she wants to come into the room and she doesn't want to come into her own room because this dude is there, so he needs to leave. So I was like, perfect excuse. So I was like, yo, like, you need to leave and you need to dip, and that would be that. This guy didn't want to leave. He pretended that he did not hear me and he took my covers and went like this. What have I just done to my life? Doesn't want to leave. This guy doesn't want to leave. This guy doesn't want to leave. Out of my room. He's stinking up my room. I needed help. I started texting my best friends. I started texting everyone I knew. I was like, how do I get a guy out of my room? Want to leave was because he had paid an Uber to come here, and he felt like because me and him didn't do anything, and I kind of like was acting weird towards him, and like I didn't want to talk to him. He didn't want to waste his money. But my thing was like, he should have known by the way that he was acting, like the way that I was acting, that something was up, and he didn't even bother to like ask like what was wrong. And I like don't know how to tell people stuff like about odor. Like, I feel like people get really defensive about it, and I didn't want him to get angry because there's this guy I don't know in my room, and I don't want him to like beat my ass just because he's mad at me or something. So I didn't know what to do. So I was like, the best way to do it was to make a plan so that he could leave. So I ended up calling my friend Kenny. Shout out Kenny, like, you know what to do. So Kenny had basically come to the room and pretended to be a concerned friend of my roommate, and was like, yeah, he needs to leave because she doesn't want to come into the room because he's there. I was like, really? Oh my god, I'm gonna get him to leave. So I thought if he overheard that conversation, he would have been like, okay, I have to leave because I would go to jail because you're not supposed to be there. So then he still was reluctant to leave, and so I just kept praying, like, can this guy leave my bed? Like, it stinks, it reeks. Like, he was like, okay, can you charge my phone so I can call my Uber? I was like, thank the Lord, thank the Lord, thank the Lord, thank the Lord. Because if the Lord was not thanked, got out of my bed. He was like, can I use your bathroom? And I was like, okay, it's over there. This guy pees in my toilet and doesn't flush and then walks out. I was like, ew. This is why I did not allow him to get anywhere near me once I started to smell. Like, you can't even flush the toilet and you're a grown-ass man. Ugh. Third one is Ty. I'm going to call him Ty for the sake of this video. So Ty, call me petty, but I don't like a broke nigga. And Ty did something that I don't like. And I was like, oh, so you're gonna order, right? And I'm petty. I'm the type of girl that expect the man to pay, but I do got it. But usually when I go on a date, actually anytime I've went on a date, like, I've never had to pay for myself. They just always do it for me. And so this dude, like, didn't even bring a wallet. and he was ordering things. I don't have my wallet. I was like, I paid for myself and I did. Guys, this is the first time I'm meeting you and you don't even bring a wallet. Broke ass, broke. I hope you guys liked this video. This is a video, again, I apologize. I don't want to offend anybody like with like certain things, but this is just me. This is how I feel. I feel like when we go on a date, you need to come with your stuff, I come with my stuff, we come prepared, and we just act normal. I've definitely had pretty good dates. It's not as if it was like all my dates have been bad, but those were the top 3 worst dates that I had ever went to. And with online dating, like one of the things about online dating that I think that you guys should always consider is you need to talk to the person longer than a week in order to, when you meet them, not be awkward. Like, I noticed that my worst encounters from Tinder are usually people that I have not talked to for a long time, that I just get up and meet. Like, no, like don't be doing that. Like it's dangerous, but it's also a waste of time. Like, you need to get to know somebody before you meet them. I think it helps make it less awkward and weird when you guys like meet. Unless you're just trying to do some hit and quit, then I mean that's that. But if you're trying to like actually like talk to the person, get to know the person, I feel like you guys should definitely talk longer than a day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you guys